Enzo smelled a strange scent on Eve. She was pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
What? Did you know about this?
From that day on, Danny worked even harder to earn money. He started participating in races more frequently, and Enzo stayed home to take care of Eve in his place. He liked to lay on Eve's belly because he was very curious about what the life that was slowly growing inside her looked like.
I just hoped it would look like me.
Time passed quickly. Eve's baby was about to be born. Enzo stayed outside the door. He did not dare to venture far. When he saw that little life for the first time, he was stunned.
I had never encountered a creature quite so beautiful.
Enzo, he's your family too.
Not long after, Enzo noticed a rotten smell coming from Eve. He barked non-stop, trying to warn her that something was wrong, but Eve did not understand. That day, she stood by the kitchen sink and suddenly started vomiting. Eve became very weak. She could not even stand, so she decided to take her daughter and stay at her father's house for a few days. But she forgot. Enzo was still at home. He could only lay by the window, quietly waiting for his owner to return. When he was hungry, he ate the breadcrumbs on the floor. When he was thirsty, he drank water from the toilet. Just as he was about to collapse, a familiar voice came from outside the door. Danny came home from a business trip. He immediately prepared food for Enzo. Soon after, Eve returned. She apologized to him with tears in her eyes. The doctor said she only had a viral infection, so nobody worried too much. Life slowly returned to normal. Until one morning, Enzo went hiking with Eve. She suddenly clutched her chest and collapsed to the ground. Enzo panicked. He barked constantly to ask for help. Soon, passers-by found them. Eve was rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with a serious late-stage illness. When Enzo saw her again, he could hardly recognize her. She had cut her long golden hair. Her face looked exhausted. Enzo smelled the rotten scent grew stronger. He knew Eve didn't have much time left. From that day on, he never left her side. Even when he was tired or hungry, he still stayed with her, protect her.
The demon was coming for Eve, but he would have to get through me first.
Only when others were awake would he quietly take a nap.
Lazy dog.
He knew Danny often could not sleep at night, and he had to take care of Eve during the day, but there was nothing Enzo could do except feel sad. That night, Eve softly said to him, "I am not afraid of dying anymore. After I'm gone, please take care of my daughter for me." She gently stroked Enzo's head and peacefully passed away in her sleep. The next day, Enzo lay by the window, watching everyone walk farther away. He walked back to the room and carried Eve's favorite hat in his mouth. He lay down on the sofa, smelling the familiar scent. He felt she had never really left. After Eve passed away, Danny's life fell into chaos. His father-in-law wanted custody of his daughter. During the dispute, Danny accidentally pushed his father-in-law, giving him a reason to sue. The lawyer told Danny if he wanted to win the case, he would have to give up custody. The immense pressure nearly broke him. He could only run to release his emotions, but it was raining outside. Enzo worried about him. He insisted on following behind, but Enzo was already old. He could no longer keep up with his owner. As they crossed the street, Enzo was hit by a car. Danny hurried to take him to the hospital, but Enzo's condition was critical.
He's very lucky. It could have been far worse.
I have to be honest with you, Mr. Swift. An old dog like yours, this kind of injury is often the beginning of the end.
Miraculously, Enzo survived. Although his body was weak, he was out of danger. The lawyer came again, asking Danny to sign the papers to give up custody. The experiences during this time had already left Danny exhausted. Just as he was about to sign, Enzo suddenly rushed over, grabbed the papers in his mouth and ran outside, then tore the papers to shreds. In that moment, Danny fully woke up. He realized if Eve were still alive, she would never want him to give up, so he told the lawyer firmly, "I will not sign." In court, Danny's mother-in-law was moved by his determination. In the end, he kept custody of his daughter. Not long after, his daughter celebrated her 9th birthday, but Enzo had no strength left. He could only lie quietly under the table, silently wishing her well. When Danny saw Enzo lying weakly on the floor, he realized Enzo didn't have much time left either. So he gently lifted Enzo onto the sofa and watched a racing race with him, just like the day 10 years ago when he first brought Enzo home. Suddenly, Danny had an idea. He picked up Enzo and got into a red Ferrari, wanting to give him one last gift.
You ready?
They raced together on the track. The speed grew faster and faster. They ran lap after lap, with the wind blowing through Enzo's fur. He remembered all the little moments of the past 10 years. He had been through the toughest times with his owner, and also shared the joy of him winning championships, watched him build a happy family, and welcome new life. After this journey, Enzo finally fulfilled his mission. He firmly believed he would carry all these memories back to this world.
Faster, Danny. Faster.